As we set ourselves up for success this morning, today's conversation is about an agreement we've had for a long time. This is an agreement to rise. We're about to step into another awakening. This isn't just another motivation. It's not a meditation. It's not a pep talk. It's not a boost or something to temporarily get you excited. This is a moment of personal reckoning. Consider it a liberation. Because the truth is, most of us are walking through life with unseen agreements, contracts we didn't consciously sign, yet somehow we're still obeying. I really want you to hear that. The truth is, most of us are walking through life with unseen agreements in place. Contracts, commitments we didn't consciously sign, yet somehow we're still obeying. Agreements like, don't go too fast, you'll leave people behind. Staying safe happens by playing small. Be disciplined, but not so disciplined you intimidate anyone. These contracts aren't written in ink. They're written in your nervous system. You might have made them when you were hurt. You might have inherited them from your family, from fear or from failure. The big one is that our brain's looking for two things. Will this kill me? Or how fast can I recognize a pattern? How many times have we recognized patterns that we thought if we kept on that path, it would hurt us? And yet it was probably the liberation we needed, the freedom we wanted. But because we're wired to look for anything that might stir up pain or suffering, do you ever look around a room for something that's orange and something that was maroon? You made it orange so that you could have more of the color, more count, you could win. Here's the thing. Today's the day we tear up those contracts. Would that be okay? Not out of anger, not out of ego, because the version of you that's stepping forward, the real you, deserves to operate without chains, without limitations, without negotiations. This activation is about rewriting the rules you live by, not the ones people have put upon you, not what people have said you should do or said you should act, or your culture or your religion. This is an activation about rewriting the rules you live by. You'll tune into the exact part of your body where avoidance and hesitation or perfectionism still lives. I need to get it right. You'll never get it right. You just need to start. So you'll find the part of your body where this avoidance and this hesitation and perfectionism still lives, and you'll reclaim it. You'll take it back. You'll feel a shift as your brain and your body and your belief system realign. See, you can set the goals in your brain. It's your body that's resisting you, your belief system wired into your body. It's the neural encoding you've set up. And you'll feel this shift, not toward who you used to be, towards the you that already exists in your higher vibration. When you get excited, when you see new things happen, when you have those you won't believe it moments, you're like, yeah, this is good. You're writing a new contract, one based on discipline, clarity, your personal sovereignty. Imagine that, writing this new contract today based on discipline, based on your vision, your visualization, your clarity, your personal sovereignty, your personal capability. So let's get ready to settle in. We'll get on our transport in just a moment. We'll head into our sanctuary of undevelopment and achievement. So take some breaths, do the box breathing, control your body. Tap your thumb to each one of your fingers, your index, middle, ring, and pinky. Just tap them slowly. Physically control your body. You can do it on both hands. You can do it forward and reverse while you're breathing. Take control of your body. Take control of your nervous system. Something as simple as tapping your fingers tells your body you're in control. You are writing the contracts this morning. So in just a moment, not just yet, we're going to jump into our transport and head over to our sanctuary of undevelopment and achievement. Once we arrive in the hallway, you'll move to your place of peace, the place where you sit in the atrium or wherever you choose to sit, and we'll begin our conversation. Ready? 1, 2, 3. And we're now in the hallway of our sanctuary, feeling excited, feeling our body with each step, feeling the floor under our feet, feeling the energy flowing from all of our pillars, excited about these new contracts. You're writing about your finances, about your body, about your mind, your family, society, faith. This is an agreement to rise, rewriting the contract with discipline now part of it. This is about releasing the hidden resistance to rise into your higher identity, the resistance that's keeping you from rising into your higher identity. We're rewriting this contract. Find your comfortable place. Begin to relax. Begin to relax with discipline. What would that feel like? It's a relaxation that you decide upon, that you control, that you stay focused. So as you settle in, feel your breathing. There's a part of you asking why this session matters. Here's why. Even when people say they want change, there's often a very silent, unconscious agreement that says, I'll stay safe, small, or unseen, because that feels familiar. I can have dreams, but not the one but I'm not the one who gets to live them. You ever know somebody to say those? I'll stay safe or small or unseen because that feels familiar. Discipline is about doing the uncomfortable. We're writing a new contract for you to do the uncomfortable so you can have the unseen and you can have the feeling you've only dreamed of, because today, beginning today, you are the one who gets to live them. We're going to create some space to renegotiate these contracts somatically and neurologically. Take a big breath. Feel your body flowing into this conversation, flowing into this connection. Imagine stepping in to this agreement, this place where you are the one in charge. You are the one who is creating the responsibility. Feel it. What does it feel like to know that you have the authority to renegotiate these contracts? So here's the conversation about this inner contract. There's a contract you signed, maybe not with ink, but with emotion. A deal made in pain, in fear, in past identity. It's now time to tear it up. I want to lead you to find these internal agreements. These agreements that were formed so you could survive. They're no longer aligned with who you're becoming. These were agreements you signed emotionally, energetically, so you could survive a situation. Those situations no longer exist. We're going to tear up those contracts and write new ones. So I want you to, again, I've asked you this question the last couple of days. Where you feel yourself hesitate, collapse, or avoid, I want you to look where this contract exists. It's going to be an emotional feeling. It may feel like a knot in your gut, a heaviness in your chest, maybe a tightening in your throat. Could be tension between your chicken wings on your back, your scapulas, your shoulder blades. Maybe it's at the base of your spine, attacking your feeling of safety. I really want you to go find where this resistance, this hesitation, this pain exists. What color would it be when you find that spot? And maybe it's in multiple spots. What color would they be in each of those spots? The same color, different colors? What would they be? What color would it be? And the reason we're acknowledging it is so that we can own it. Remember, this was a contract you didn't agree to, yet you signed it energetically to play safe, to keep yourself safe. We're now going to rewire and rewrite these contracts. So you found it. You've given it a color. How big is it? How big is each one of these energy balls? Remember, now that you know where they are, now that you know what they are, we can now begin to rewrite the contract. I want you to go to the place in your body that has the authority to write new contracts. Maybe it's your heart. Maybe it's your brain. Where's that space, that place in your body where you have the highest authority to write new agreements that will override and rewire and cancel out old, non-performing, non-serving agreements? From this place, let's tell our body, let's tell the energies of hesitation, of doubt, of procrastination. Let's embed these phrases into our body. I release the contract to prove myself. I release the contract to prove myself. I void the contract of playing small, to stay liked, to stay friends, to be unseen. I void the contract of playing small, to stay liked. I break the deal with procrastination disguised as perfection. I break the deal with procrastination that's disguised as perfection. What's happening to those energy centers that you just identified? That knot in your gut, the heaviness in your chest, the tightness in your throat or in your scapulas, in your backbone. What's happening to those energies? I release the contract to prove myself. I need to prove I'm good. And yet, so this is about releasing these old agreements. Doesn't matter who you made them with, how you made them, for what reason you made them. You know they no longer serve you. And so now we're releasing those contracts. And now it's time to sign a new agreement. We're going to invoke our disciplined archetype to the new agreement. This is a new agreement authored by your future self. Imagine that. This is an agreement. You're being given the content to write so you can arrive at your future self faster than you thought possible, with more joy and powerful results than you ever dreamed of. What does your new contract say? Who are you becoming now that nothing is owed to the past? Let this thought process flow into that brilliant, disciplined mind of yours, what does this new contract say? Who are you becoming now that nothing is owed to the past? Let's activate this archetype we've talked about, the disciplined one. Walks with direction, with intensity, speaks with integrity, honors their own time, protects their energy, trains their biology to follow their beliefs. What are some other traits your disciplined archetype has? How do they eat? Do they eat with discipline, with time sensitivity, with consistency? Do they eat for energy or for feeling good? Do they snack healthy or just to get some taste? What does it mean to train your biology to follow your beliefs? That's discipline. So I'm going to say a short sentence, a couple of words, and I want you to say them back. I want you to feel them in that part of your body that's activated, that writes the contract for your entire energetic system. So here's the first phrase. I rise now. Repeat that. I rise now. I rise with clarity. I rise with clarity. I rise without permission. I rise because I have chosen. I want you to feel this in your body as you say this. The I, the disciplined I, is the one saying this. The one hearing this is also the disciplined listener, the action taker. Let's do it again. I rise now. I rise with clarity. I rise without permission. I rise because I have chosen. Again, I rise now. I rise with clarity. I rise without permission. I rise because I have chosen. That mantra, that incantation, can allow you to take yourself to new levels, to new heights, to new awarenesses. So let's sign this new agreement. Let's use the same spirit of possibility and creativity. You're signing this agreement in light, with breath, with sound. Listen to this phrase. Let this day be about your biology. Let this day be your story. Let this day be the day your soul all says the same thing. I am the one who does the work, keeps the word, and walks the way. Let this day be the day your biology, your story, and your soul all say the same thing. I am the one who does the work. I am the one who keeps the word. I am the one that walks the way. Imagine this new contract. Imagine signing it. Imagine the energy of your body agreeing to this new commitment. Much like when you buy that thing you've dreamed of, you've acquired, you've searched for, you've saved for. This is your agreement, not made in fear or an apology. Imagine that. Imagine signing this new agreement, not out of fear, not as an apology, yet in remembrance of who I am and what I'm here to build. Say that as you're sitting here in your sanctuary. This new agreement is a remembrance of who I am and what I am here to build. So, if you've ever signed an agreement, and as you're reading the agreement to make sure they know you read it, there's certain paragraphs or bullet statements they want you to initial to show you've acknowledged that information is there. I want you to imagine doing your initials. Maybe you have a little small signature that's your initials, a little scribble that you know that you've signed it, that you've read it. So I want you to read, I want you to imagine seeing yourself initial these statements. I no longer negotiate with distraction. Put your initial next to that. I choose the difficult thing when it's aligned with my destiny. I choose the difficult thing when it's aligned with my destiny. Initial that. I don't need permission. I've already been chosen by my future. I don't need permission. I've already been chosen by my future. Initial that. I protect my focus like it's sacred because it is. I protect my focus like it's sacred because it is. Initial that. I move whether I feel like it or not. My actions are not emotional, they're devotional. Initial that. I move whether I feel like it or not. My actions are not emotional, they're devotional. Here's a big one. I have divorced my comfort zone and married my vision. Initial that. I have divorced my comfort zone and married my vision. Initial that. I rise with integrity, especially when no one's watching. I rise with integrity, especially when no one's watching. Put your initials next to that one. Here's a big one. I am not loyal to old identities. I am faithful only to my highest assignment. Initial that. I've traded convenience for consequence. I delay gratification to harvest greatness. That's a big one. I trade convenience for consequence. I delay gratification to harvest greatness. Let that one settle in as you sign it. I forgive the old story, and I walk forward without dragging its weight. Oh, yeah. Where do I sign that one? I forgive the old story, and I walk forward without dragging its weight. I'm not addicted to the version of me that's always becoming. I am the one who has already arrived. I'm not addicted to the version of me that's always becoming. I am the one who has already arrived. So repeat this after me. I sign this with energy. I seal it in action. I live it in silence. I sign this in energy. I seal it in action. I live it in silence. This is my contract to rise, and it begins now. I sign this in energy. I seal it in action. I live it in silence. This is my contract to rise, and it begins now. So feel yourself in your sanctuary, energetically aware of the new agreements and the new commitments you've created. I want you to relax, take a few breaths, still stay in your energy statement, still stay in your energy situation, still become aware that you are the one who's activated this new contract. I want you to look around inside your sanctuary. I want you to be aware of the shift that has already happened. What you just did wasn't small. You didn't just listen. You didn't just visualize. You entered your nervous system. You went into the very architecture of your patterns. These old contracts, these invisible agreements that have dictated your delays, your hesitations, your self-doubt. You didn't resist them. You met them. You found the parts of you that were still making choices based on fear. And you chose to renegotiate. You're doing this work. Let me be clear. This isn't some future you're working towards. This is now. You've already begun. The shift didn't happen in a to-do list. It happened in your cells. It happens in your breath, in your spine, in your voice. You don't need to go prove it. Just live from it. Discipline is no longer something you chase. It's something you activate. You've signed your new contract today. One where discipline is devotion. One where structure is sacred. One where you no longer wait to feel ready. You move because it's who you are now. You move because it's who you are now. So carry this agreement into your day. Let your body remember. Let your actions echo what your spirit already knows. The world may not see the shift right away. You will. The world may not see the shift right away because you will. Because something inside you has already risen. Now, your only task is to keep walking from that truth. Something inside you has already risen, and now your only task is to keep walking from that truth. Feel that. Begin to move towards your hallway. We're going to rise from this spot in our sanctuary. Look at all of your pillars as you pass them. Your body, your mind, your family, your finances, your society, your faith. Look at all of them rewriting and activating the version of you that already exists, the disciplined one. Rewriting the habit generators in each of those, activating the part of you that's always been. It is an activation, not a new plug-in. They're simply turning on the switch of your discipline mode. You thank each of your pillars, and you head down the hallway. In just a moment, I'll count to 3, and we'll be back in this present space and time, more disciplined, activated our highest calling, and ready for our day's work of joy and action and results. 1, 2, 3. And we're back in this present place and time, ready for more, ready to awaken, ready to know that we have activated new contracts and new agreements. We're not dragging the weight of the old agreements with us. We are this version of us that has always been. This isn't about doing more. It's about remembering your highest and best version of you. Good morning. As you awaken and open your eyes, look for things that are red around you. Stretch your body, get some water. Feel this new energy inside of you. Good morning.
Every day you try to pick up all the pieces, all the memories that somehow never leave you. Nobody sees you. Nobody will believe you. God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. God only knows how it's killing you. But there's a kind of love that God only knows. God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. But God only knows the real you. There's a kind of love that God only knows. You keep a cover over every single secret. So afraid if someone saw them they would leave. But somebody sees you. Somebody will never leave you. God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they they say about you. God only knows how it's killing you. But there's a kind of love that God only knows. God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. But God only knows the real you. There's a kind of love that God only knows. For the lonely, for
All right. Hey, good morning, everybody.
misunderstood and the ones to blame.
So what was your big takeaway from that? What'd you hear? What'd you learn? What'd you like? Good morning, good morning, good morning. And YouTube, you are awesome. We love you. Have an amazing day. We'll see you where? At the next event. All right, YouTube.